Good evening, guys, girls. Rob along with Keith White here. And
Hello.
Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, MLB Predictions. We're going to predict first to bottom in American League East, American League Central, American League West, National League East, Central, and West. Who's going to win the Cy Young? Who's going to win the MVP? Go back and watch last year's video. Go back and watch last year's video. Go back a year ago, and you will see where Rob picked Harper to win National League MVP. I'm not picking Harper this year to win MVP. I will not do that. And what's up, PJ? And guess what?
Hey, bud.
I'm not picking the Phillies to win the National League East this year. So I think a lot of things are going to be changing. Keith, do you see a lot of shifting as far as I know a lot of people said, well, man, look at the Dodgers, look at the Braves, look at the Phillies, look at the Mets. Is there any power shift going to the American League where the American League has got like let's say the top 10 teams? Does the American League have at least 5 of them in that top 10 now? Or do you still think the National League maybe just that little bit of advantage, especially with good pitching?
Yeah, it's tough to talk about stuff like that because there's been years where I thought the National League, you'd see some pitchers like Greinke or something go across, Scherzer, Verlander, some big name pitchers that would hop over to the National League, and I would think, well, maybe the National League's going to be the better league now, and it didn't necessarily work out that way.
Yeah.
So if I think about it, I mean, there are some pretty good NL teams still because you got
the Padres.
You got some teams that last year put some good pitching together, like the Brewers that you didn't really expect to. And
exactly. And don't forget about the Marlins. Everybody wants to sleep on the Marlins. Marlins are like, they don't have a hitting that some of these other teams, but they do raise good pitching. San Diego, hell. And how about Colorado? I don't know what Colorado's thinking, but at least they're bringing some players in now.
Yeah, the Blue Jays, I think, have tried to put together a decent pitching staff through free agency.
In the American League, in the American League, that's right.
And you got the White Sox. The Indians have a good young staff.
But do the Indians really have a legit chance, you think, of winning the Central this year?
You have to stay in. You just have to check on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. I got you, man. I got you.
Think about it a little more, really.
Well,
but
I understand fully because, I mean, it's the same way with the Yankees and the Red Sox. Both of them have murderer's row from 1 to 9 hitting. But boy, oh boy, when they have to get on that field, who in the hell are they going to put on the mound? Because, what's up, B.R. Wells, Philip, P-Jet. I was away. We went on vacation, and
see, that's why I can't go on vacation. Rob keeps taking all my damn vacations.
I take Keith's vacation days from him.
Yeah. So one jabroni's got to stay home.
So one jabroni. And Keith is going to start his own channel soon. Tell us. Yep. Tell us what you're thinking about showing.
I play strat baseball. I'm trying to think of maybe doing something different as far as a baseball game, maybe getting on there and kind of finding out who somebody might want to watch in terms of a season replay or something. It's something that I usually don't do as one team.
Right.
I like to kind of play all the teams I got in there. Maybe I'll pick a few different teams from the season and do that.
Exactly. And pick a game each week, game of the week type deal or something like it.
And then, if I ever get going on my soccer game, I might do that. And of course, I'll have some chat topics, and I'm trying to think of how I want to do the format as far as playing the game, but kind of keeping the conversation going while I'm going with it. And
whether you have a co-host for something, yeah.
Well,
and there's plenty of folks out there. We know BR, Philip, P-Jet, they're out there. Harris, Tim,
It might be a thing where the
Mike.
game, is kind of like something I'm doing while I'm talking, so it's not necessarily going to be a half an hour to play the game. It might take me a while, but see how it goes.
Right.
EJ made a homebrew
With a set of blues guitarists as the drivers. Wow, that's cool. He sent me an email. He sent me a text about it or email. Or I'd seen it, but I hadn't seen the set yet.
Who was that drummer that died last?
The drummer was with the Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters, yeah.
Yeah, the Foo Fighters, and the Grammys are this weekend. They're Sunday night.
Oh, are they?
And they had already scheduled them to do a live appearance, so they have obviously canceled out of that. So
okay,
yeah, and then it was a lead singer of another band or something. He was only 33 that passed away. I can't tell you the name of the band. I want to say Eric something, but I'm not sure if that's right or not. I forgot. Somebody in here may know, but yeah, it's sad. It really is. Yeah, we went up to Atlantic City. Me and the wife did. We spent 3 nights up there. Come back during the middle of the week, and then I had a lot of eBay stuff kind of hanging over my head there. When somebody buys something, the worst day, look, when I'm going to leave and go on vacation and leave about 4:00 on a Sunday morning, I love selling stuff, but the last thing you want to see is about 8:00 that morning. You have sold this, and when you try to get this out the door, and then nobody can get to my house. But thank goodness the guy hadn't paid for it by the time I got home. So it was like, yeah, that went cool. So sold.
Yeah, I don't think I've been live on your channel probably for well over a month, but
yeah, it's been a month.
Yeah. I've been okay. I started following that stuff was going on up in Ottawa with the truckers up there. There were channels on YouTube where people had live cameras and they were there all the time. So I was kind of watching. It was almost like you felt like you were kind of at a party or something, but you weren't really there. It's kind of fun. But unfortunately, they got beat up and knocked out of there the way they did.
Who, the truckers did?
Yeah. And
I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah, the police came in and with their sticks and batons and stuff, and it was pretty. Didn't
play no bullshit with them. I mean, they didn't just warn them, huh?
They warned them. I mean, it was like,
there
wasn't any violence at all on the part of the protesters. None. I mean, they weren't destroying anything. It was just like going to a festival or something. I mean, it was just food, socializing, dancing, stuff. I mean, that's all it was. And
and they warned them, and they came in there. Yeah. It's hard for me to go against the police when the police, even with a stick in their hand, comes and says, "Look, move, or we're gonna beat the shit out of you." When you don't believe somebody's gonna beat the shit out of you, you're calling their bluffs. That's what I call it. When they got a damn stick in their hand.
Yeah, but it depends on the situation. I mean, when if there's a demonstration versus if it's a drunk, belligerent person who's just.
Yeah, but when they're told, when you especially understand that the prime minister has told him, if that's what was done, clean the streets up. Clean the streets up. That's your job.
But then he was freezing bank accounts and taking their money and everything.
And then you realize, guess what? We ain't playing no bullshit, Well,
he's taking a lot of heat for all that now, though.
Well, you're talking about the prime minister. Yeah. Well, he's a jerk because he's a jerk all the way around, especially when you go telling somebody.
He took a couple tongue lashings over in Europe this last week.
Well, when you go public and say anybody that mentions freedom over the airways, whatever, you're susceptible to whatever punishment. It's like a crime.
Anyway, I didn't really mean to get the topic on us. I was just trying to explain I was just trying to explain. I've been kind of just into. There's nothing. I haven't been dealing with any problems or issues or anything.
And we haven't either. Yeah, I got my hair cut. I didn't lose it. I did get.
So
my
the
hair
soap
cut.
opera that is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh yeah. And me and Matt Sharver have argued over this situation.
Okay.
And I want to give people the timeline right here right now, and I want everybody to give their true thoughts. What happens is Tom Brady, at the end of February, announces his retirement. The Glazer family, well, no. In fact, about 8 days later, 9 days later.
And just real quick, and then I'll let you quick on that. I thought what he was doing at the time was
a power play.
I thought he wanted to retire.
Yeah.
But I don't think he wanted to announce it yet.
Right.
And because
he didn't.
The rumors and everything out there, I think he just came out and did it to try to get the distraction off of him. Or that's what I was thinking, and back on the Super Bowl.
Right.
Anyway, you go on. Apparently that wasn't all there was to it, but go on.
Right. So anyway, 9 days later, Bruce Arians comes out with a news conference. We've lost the best quarterback in football. That will not stop us from going out and getting a great quarterback. And we are going to be a team to watch out for in 2022-23. He comes out and says that. A week and a half later, the Glazer family, who owns the Buccaneers, goes over to Europe. I think they have part ownership of one of the English Premier League teams. I think they do. I'm not sure. Tom Brady makes a trip to England. Not to go see hockey, soccer, any of that bullshit. He goes over there to visit the Glazer family. It is confirmed that while they were in their hotel room, Tom Brady visited them at their hotel room. And it might have been more than one occasion, but I knew it was at least one occasion for a few hours. They come back. Tom Brady says, I'm coming back. 3-4 days later, it's announced that Miami's interested. Miami's interested in him, and Tom may go to the Dolphins. 4 to 6 days later, Bruce Arians comes out and says, I resign. Now, I say this, and you can tell me what you want to tell me. Tom Brady made a power play over there and said, look, I'll come back and play for you, but I am not going to play under Bruce Arians. I mean, look, if you were going to resign as coach of the Buccaneers, would you not resign after Tom Brady left? But you're telling me after Tom Brady says, I'm coming back, going to play again, you're going to resign then? I don't buy it. Then on top of that, they give him a position. So he wants to be with family and friends. Now, they give him a position within the organization. So you can't say you want to be with family and friends. You're still in the organization. So that can't be your reasoning for resigning. I don't understand it. All I can say is I really believe Tom Brady made a power play, said, look, I will come back. I will not play for him. I will not play for him. Why would you make a trip all the way to Europe? Number two, he brings it up. Miami's looking. They've been talking to me. I may end up going to play in Miami. Tom brought that up. This was before Tampa Bay made the move or Arians made the move, whoever. But something happened in that organization to make Bruce Arians quit. And you don't make me think for a second that Bruce Arians just I think it's a time to leave.
Just,
Because he's not really leaving, because he's staying with the organization. Why in the hell would you leave right now?
just to, in that
Keith,
timeline, what happened first? Was it in the timeline? Did Tom Brady come back, or did he make the
Tom,
trip to Europe?
Tom Brady retired.
No, I know that, but did he decide
But
to come back before he went to Europe, or did he
yeah,
decide to come back to the league after he went to Europe?
he went to Europe first, and then came back and said he was going to play football. And then a couple of days later said Miami.
So to me, this sounds like the conversation was they gets together with the owner,
Glazer
Glazer
family. Mm-hmm.
And says, when I retired, I kind of considered retiring, or when the season ended, I considered retiring. I thought about it. I was getting asked about it before I was really ready to make a decision.
Yeah, because he really didn't make this. He
just
didn't make
Just follow me.
Right.
And then as a little time went by and I made my real decision, I would like to play again, but dealing with Arians is just kind of tough, and I can't have him doing this and I can't have him doing that. Maybe the Glazers say, okay, well, Tom, let us get back. We'll talk to him and we'll tell him, you can't be doing this. You can't be doing that. Tom will play for you, but you can't do this, that, and the other. And maybe
he wouldn't accept
Arians is like, well, I'm not going to agree to that.
Right.
So if he's coming back, I'm gone.
Yeah. Now,
and they might have said, okay, well, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
Right. It could have been that. It could be. But I saw enough games last year of the Buccaneers to know for a fact he was not his best friend. Let's put it that way, and maybe a lot more than that. He did not like the way he held the team up. I know he didn't like the handling of Antonio Brown, which I agreed with Arians 100%. Once he took those damn pads off, and he walked off, he needed to be off the team. And really, he was not off. Even though, remember the news conference he had after the game? He said he's already off the team. Bullshit. They went a week later before they actually got rid of him. And I don't think Arians like that very much.
He told him to go in the game. He said, "I can't. I'm hurt." And Arians told him, like, "Well, then you're done or something."
Right.
For the season, but you're done.
You're done with this organization. You're not playing here anymore. You're not part of this team. And then we find out the next Thursday that they have to put him on some kind of reserve list or whatever the hell it is, because he still was getting paid by them, and they hadn't gotten rid of him yet. Yeah. And now I see that the Eagles are interested in him, Antonio Brown. He's about burned all his bridges, and he's not going to have many more places to go.
Right.
Yeah, you just can't do it unless you're going to go to this USFL stuff. And when does that start? That's pretty soon, isn't it?
A couple weeks or so, yeah.
Yeah, week before Easter, I think. So maybe
it might be like 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from tomorrow, something like that.
2 weeks from tomorrow is Easter, so yeah. So
I see they're going to have like a 1 and a 2 and a 3-point conversion option. And
how do you like it? Yeah,
I think I kind of would like to see the NFL maybe do where you can go for 1 maybe from the 2-yard line and 2 from either the 5 or the 10.
5-yard. Yeah,
but the 3-point, yeah.
No, I ain't crazy about that either. No. How you like the new overtime rules? It looks like they're going to be playing them in the playoffs, but not in the regular season. Both teams get a chance to touch the ball now. It doesn't matter if they score a touchdown or not.
It was
unless they make a 2-point conversion. If you make a 2-point conversion,
that was one team's proposal. If you score a touchdown, scored a 2,
it's over.
It's over. As opposed to both teams getting the
Yeah.
But to me, that's not really making much of an improvement because it's just
Now, 2 point
there's
conversion.
still the possibility somebody doesn't get the ball and it.
Right. I don't. I don't. You see, I don't mind the team not being able to get to football. I don't mind that, but they got to put the flag in their pocket those last 2-3 minutes of a football game, like in the Super Bowl this year. They were just. It was just called so terrible the last 3 minutes of that game. They got to put it away. They called a great game until then, and then it was just horrible. It was bad. Um. So, what team are you going to be keeping up with on a consistent basis in baseball? The Cubs.
I'll follow the Cubs, but it's like a second team. I don't know. I'm
Who
kind of
who
curious to see what the White Sox do.
White Sox again? Are your number one kind of your number one team to see how they do?
My number two. I'm always
Oh,
Cubs are always number one for me, but
okay, all
I'm
right.
kind of curious to see what they do.
Are you going to try to make a game issue? Make it to a
No,
game
I
issue?
probably not.
Okay.
There's a salesman that I work with, and I don't know if he was just kind of saying something that wasn't true or not, but supposedly he talked to some guy that got a new job up in one of the press booths up there doing PR stuff or something with the Astros.
Uh
And the guy told the salesman that, I could get you in up there, for
At
a
Houston,
game,
at Houston or Chicago?
in Houston.
Yeah.
So he was telling me about it, like I could go with him or something if he ever gets that
Yeah.
opportunity. But I
Oh,
kind of have a feeling that's something that'll never happen.
really?
Yeah, he's kind of a guy. He'll say stuff like that, and it just doesn't
Oh,
really ever
okay.
happen.
Now, have you ever went anywhere with him away from work, like
No, I
a
haven't.
minor league game or
No,
now, how far? Now, where minor leagues? How close are like the closest stadiums to you? Are they within 30 miles, or you get further than that?
I don't know. I don't really know of any minor league teams around here.
None in your town.
Probably some in Texas somewhere, but
Oh,
yeah.
but none in your city even.
Uh-uh. There used to be
Oh,
a semi-pro team here, like an independent team, but
yeah,
it was
okay.
the Alexandria Aces, but they quit
Uh,
playing several years ago.
yeah. We've got 2 or 3 minor league teams. It's just I don't know, 30, 45-minute ride, something like that. Salem Red Sox, play for the Red Sox organization. Lynchburg Hillcats, the Indians slash, what the hell they call themselves now?
Guardians.
Command, huh?
Guardians.
Guardians, yeah. So they'll be sending us stuff, I guess, the Guardians stuff this year. But yeah, we go to those 2 teams and we can watch them, and then if we do make a visit to Philly, we can go down to Delaware, the Blue Rocks. Well, that's not good. I don't like to snore here. I mean,
Snore.
not snore, but yawn, especially almost 9 o'clock. Let's see what's happening in basketball. We already know that Kansas has made the Monday night game. They're the champ. They are in, and let's see what's happening with Duke. Duke in Carolina. They just started. 15 and a half minutes left to go in the first half. 4-3. Duke is winning that game right now, so it's so early in that game. And they this year, Carolina took 2 out of 3 from. I mean, no, let's see.
They only played twice.
Did they play in the Did they play in the ACC tournament?
Oh, I don't know.
If they did, Duke beat them. So I don't know either. So they're either 2-1 or 1-1 against them right now. Kansas beats Villanova pretty handily, 81-65. Let's see.
Philip, are you
Kansas.
still in here? I was going to just ask you, for a few comments on that game. You mentioned that when you first got on here,
What?
that new play basketball game, the highlight maker. I was just curious if you enjoyed that or not. He says good game, but I didn't know if
Yeah, played hoops the other day. Good game.
he liked it.
Yeah. Kansas scored 40 points in the first half, 41 in the second. That's pretty steady there. Where Villanova only put 29 in the board in the first half. That pretty much did them in. They were down 11 at halftime, and they lose by 16, 81-65. Kansas 33-6 now. Kansas is. Now the Duke Carolina game, Carolina 20. They're 28-9. So I mean that's not terrible by any stretch. Duke 32-6. So we will see what happens in that ball game. 4-3 is the score. Carolina definitely doesn't have a talent.
I guess we got more people in here still.
4-3 more Banchero. We got a few people in here, yeah. Yeah, no one's saying anything. Yeah. 4-4 now. So Carolina just scored one from the foul line.
I will say if I have a channel, it's going to be the games I'm familiar with are just pretty much baseball and football, but I think it's possible I might play a little bit of a soccer or something once in a while.
Do you have Soccer Blast?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
what
as far
season?
As discussing things,
what season do you have, or whatever? What teams do you have?
The European 20, or not this most recent one before, I think. Or
2020 then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so have you played any
Well, it was
games?
a whole season. Maybe it was 19.
I've got the 2019 ones too.
Yeah, I think that might be it.
Yeah, and have you played a lot of games with them, or not that many games?
No, I haven't yet. I remember I was gonna do a walkthrough with you on here sometime, and offline or something.
P-Jet says he's here.
Okay.
Very, very cool.
Your homebrew P-Jet, did you
blues guitarist?
How did you go about assigning traits and all that kind of thing?
How did you give pedals 3, 4, 5, whatever, 2, 3, 4, 5? Tell us all about it.
Maybe use the same format that you did for red, white, and blue.
Just pretty much everybody has 3. Yeah, everybody has 3. I don't know.
Just kind of assign different 3 qualities.
Yeah. Or I know some people now are doing this, rolling the dice.
Did you make any trophy drivers, P-Jet? Or
although I gave my favorites better ratings, I tell you something. I'm thinking about actually making a season of them too, of different gas and brake ratings, not all the same like at YRL. I got you. I'm thinking about making my own setup of drivers and gas pedals. Obviously, the best you can go is 5. So if you get a 5 or a 6, you get 5 of them. But traits, either get anywhere from 1 to 6 traits. And it would be some shit to get 5 gas pedals and then only 1 trait. But yeah, I'm thinking seriously about doing that, and making my own set of drivers. I don't know. It might be a while down the road, but right here at summertime, I'm right, especially the break right here, spring. It's still trout season. Went today. My cousin goes out and catches 2 largemouth bass about like that. I catch a little trout about like this, and I'm like, oh man, it's little. And he swallowed the hook, so he died. And I was like, I hate that. The most traits I gave was 5. Oh, okay. But I think I'm going to roll dice and be like, yeah, and just come up with, some wild names, kind of like I did with my damn Smashdown, and just.
Do they have the semi traits for the?
Semi
Are
trades.
for the RWB racers? Do they have semi trades?
You talking about like half traits and stuff
Yeah,
like
with the
that?
dots next to them, or are they just all full trades?
You either get the trait or you get double of it. You can get like double it. Yes, I use the starred traits too. Oh, okay. So some of them are starred, I guess. I don't know. And then brake pedals. Yeah. There are no half traits. No, I didn't think so. Yeah.
But double trades.
But yeah.
You get two chances.
Right. So you can be in the back group, pass to get in the middle group, and then get another chance to get in the top group. Or get two chances to move from one group to the other. So, yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And, yeah, I think a couple guys got 2 breaks. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. So how many drivers have you got, Pete, yet? See, I don't know blues guitarists that good. I really don't. Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Do you, Keith?
No.
No, I don't either.
The names probably wouldn't mean much of anything to me.
No, it wouldn't mean a lot to me either. They probably
it'd just be like a fictional set, but
right, pretty much. 54 of them. Oh my God.
So you have to do qualifying all the time then.
Yeah, he would. Yep. He has to qualify and make sure they're mostly old-time acoustic guitarists. A few modern electric guys. Eddie Van Halen.
That's not blues, though.
Yeah, Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Let's see. Black Crowes guitarist Robinson. I don't know. That's about as bluesy as I get. I don't do a whole lot of blues.
Who was your favorite one in the set?
Kenny Wayne Shepherd is there. Yeah, Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Yeah, he's
that sounds like a NASCAR name, kind of.
Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's a good guitarist. Yeah, I'd like to go see him. I never have seen him. He's been 40, 45 years old. He ain't no real old guy. Speaking of that, tomorrow, yours truly got a birthday coming up. I'll be double nickels, 55. So my wife will be advertising it to everybody, because then, see, I'm no longer her. I'm now older than she is. You see, right now from
I've heard of John Lee Hooker. I've heard some of his stuff before.
Woohoo! Happy birthday, Rob. Thanks. All the way from Valentine's Day to right now, we've been the same age. We've been 54. Then now she gets to call me the old man. She calls me old man after that shit. So, R.L. Burnside, John Lee Hooker, Mississippi Fred McDowell, and then I guess you got to what's that? What is that guy's name? He used to like to play with Kenny Wayne Shepherd and Johnny Lang. How about Johnny Lang? That's a name you probably didn't add with it, but Johnny Lang, the blind guitarist, got low escape rate. Shit. Johnny Lang is in this set. How about that?
I think he's serious on that, though, because he probably has cards for him.
Right. Because I'll tell you why. What's your guy's name that was a guitar player in what was that movie with shit? The guy that died. And there are 5 blind guys. The guy that played, who was it? The guy that he played a bouncer, and then Swayze.
Oh, Patrick Swayze, yeah.
He played a bouncer in that movie, Roadhouse.
Uh-huh.
The guy that played the guitar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's probably in the set. He's blues as it gets too.
That
Uh,
blonde-headed guy.
yeah, right. And I thought you'd be bigger. That's when. Uh, what the hell was his name? Damn, he was blind and
I don't know. I had a CD of theirs.
oh man, he was he's an excellent guitar player too. And,
It was like his name and then the something or others.
right, right. Uh, PJet News. PJet's got all of them. Damn.
Jeff Healey.
Jeff Healey, the Jeff Healey band. Yeah, it was just called the Jeff Healey band. That's all. Yeah. Jeff Healey. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking it was something too. Jeff Healey and there's something others too,
Yeah.
but no, it ain't. It's Jeff Healey band.
Well, it might have been Jeff Healey and the Jeff Healey band or something, but
yeah, but yeah, he really. Now he may not be in the set. PJet's told me Johnny Lang is in the set. Kenny Wayne Shepherd's in the set. Which Johnny Lang, I mean, I forgot him, Healy. So he didn't add Healy. Jeff, he didn't.
There's his double nickel driver.
Yeah.
He's got 54. His number 55.
That's right. Jeff
The
Healy gets
nickel
5.
guy with the double nickel recommendation.
Jeff Healy gets in there with 5 guitars or 5 gas
Five
pedals
fingers here and 5 fingers there.
and 1 trait. He only has 1 trait.
Yeah, bouncer.
Yeah.
The bouncer car. He knocks everybody else off the track when he gets next to him.
Will screw you up if you come around him. Wouldn't that be some shit? Oh man. I couldn't see you. Oh shit. That's messed up. 2 cars can only have only 1 trait. Yeah. Except the cars aren't numbered 1 through 54. Oh, he didn't do that. That would have been cool if he would.
Jimi Hendrix one of the ones in the set?
I would say Jimi Hendrix probably.
He was kind of in the blues rock type of thing.
Yeah, he was. And then Muddy Waters. How about Muddy Waters? I actually used to watch him perform. God, that's been 30 years ago. No Jimi Hendrix.
Okay. Pass the drug test to get in.
Muddy Waters, of course. Yes. All right. Yeah, I know some blues.
Any women drivers? Or didn't they?
Well, let's see.
Blues guitarists.
How about that gal? I can't help you. Let's see. What the hell's her name? Redhead chick. What the hell's her name? Three women driver.
Ooh,
yeah,
maybe you're on one.
Okay, yeah. All right. Is all right. What was it? What was Live Strong guy? What was his name? The guy who used to ride the bicycle, Armstrong. His ex-old lady. His ex-old lady. What was her name?
Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, Lance Armstrong's. They all got pink cars. Yeah, what was her name?
I don't know.
Oh shit!
I probably
she sings. She sings. I gotta. Let's see. She sings before Kid Rock and her. Bonnie Raitt, Susan Tedeschi Trucks, Memphis Minnie. Bonnie Raitt was the redhead I was talking about. Who was the other one I'm talking about? That page yet? She don't do much guitar playing, but she plays some. Oh shit! A lot of guys think this girl's kind of cute, but she was married. She was married to Armstrong there for a while. What the hell was her name? Shit.
Google it. Lance Armstrong.
Yeah.
What?
Lance Armstrong's wife,
Ex-wife.
ex-wife. Lance Armstrong's ex-wife. Not Kristen Richard. Or it might have been just girlfriend. Sheryl Crow. Sheryl
Oh,
Crow. I thought they were married. See if they ever did get married.
she wasn't blues though, was she?
Jazz, blues, country, rock, country, jazz, and blues. Her music incorporates elements of pop, rock, country, jazz, and blues. Yeah. Yeah. She's 60 years old. Believe that shit.
And Alison Krauss is bluegrass, but she plays a fiddle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Then a couple announced their engagement, but jointly announced they had split. Okay, so they never did get married. But that I knew they were thinking about getting married. No, she's not blues exclusively. Right. You're exactly right. She dated Eric Clapton, Owen Wilson. God, man, she did date a lot of like high profile people. Now she lives in Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah. Giannis, I think he's done won the MVP in the NBA now. Yeah, I think so. I think he'll win it now.
They already had a heck of a game against Brooklyn the other night.
And he had a hell of a game against Philadelphia when he needed to. So I think he probably won that. The guy who hit 36 triples to set the record.
I think the actor.
Owen Wilson.
The blonde-haired actor.
The one that played Dumb and Dumber, I think.
No, that wasn't.
He won in Dumb and
Wedding
Dumber?
Crashers.
Oh, okay.
No, that was
Carrie and somebody else.
Yeah, like I know who it is, but it's just like
I know you're talking about. Yep, I know.
He was in Speed.
Yeah. Yeah, Owen Wilson. He's an actor.
He's been in a lot of like Shanghai Surprise, I think.
Who? Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch
mostly comedies.
Yeah.
Tonight
is WrestleMania. That's why Tim.
I think he attempted suicide once.
Oh, okay. That's why Tim ain't here tonight. WrestleMania.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know absolutely nothing about wrestling, so my channel won't be about that. If other people on the channel want to talk about it, that's fine. But I don't have anything to add to it.
Right, I got you. No,
I don't mind listening to the stories and stuff, though. It can be.
I may flip it through some old wrestling matches in the '80s or something and sit and watch it. I don't watch this. I ain't turning the TV on Thursday at 8:00 or whatever and sit there and watch it for 2 hours. I can't do that. I just cannot do it. You don't watch it either, I see.
Never have. My dad hated it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you see, now the other day I had my dad down here.
My dad would not watch it, so I mean, there was never.
See, I had my dad down here last Saturday. My mom decided to get her hair cut, and she needed to get a phone. So she's like, "Darling, will you go with me and do this and this?" All right, Rob, will you keep your dad here? So me and Dad go in here to the living room, and I don't even tell him. It's old stuff. I cut it on YouTube, and I just find some old wrestling. And he's like, "Oh, I never liked this asshole anyway. I never liked it." And then my dad, if you've seen him before, he walks with a cane and plays hell just walking. So he's sitting there. The cane is sitting next to him. His feet on the ground, and they're just bouncing up and down, doing this bullshit like he's fixing to run a damn marathon. I mean, both of them legs are doing this shit. I'm sitting there just kind of sitting there watching him.
He gets into it, huh?
Oh, hell yeah, he loves that shit. So I found some kind of wrestling lasted like 2 hours.
Watch that.
we had he had a heart attack in 1979. He was 46 years old, and so we went to um, uh, the hospital to visit him.
Who, your dad?
Yeah, in 1979. So I was 12 years old. So my little brother was like 3 or 4 years old, and we found on the channel there and found some wrestling there in '79. He's laying in the bed, got cover over him. Next thing you know, you see him damn legs doing this shit right here. I mean, he gets so excited watching that shit. So anytime I could ever take him to wrestling with me, hell, if I could now, I'd do it because he'd sit there. He's got eyes. I mean, he's got eyes. He can see. He ain't got but one. He got one left eye is all he's got, but damn that eye, he can see. My goodness,
It's good use out of it.
Oh hell yeah, he don't miss nothing, man. And yeah, he 88 could be 89 in October, guys. And yeah,
When I was growing up, the only sports my dad would watch were football, the Bears, and boxing. That was it.
Really.
Yeah.
My dad will sit and watch the Braves, and as soon as the Braves come out, I apologize. As soon as they came out with the World Series champion hats, me and the wife decided, okay, that's his his Christmas gift rather. So we got that. So he's wearing it all. He said, "I'm gonna wear it all year this year because we may not ever win again." So he's wearing his Braves hat. And he was a big Joe Adcock fan. He was a big Bob Horner fan. He was a big Dale Murphy fan. I mean, there's a few that he really, and Hank Aaron's his favorite. If you saw my jersey last year where I was a sponsor of a team, I got Pops one. He said, I want number 44. So he's got number 44 on his jersey. I got number 18. I got the Kyle Busch number on mine. But
so you were kind of young when the Desert Storm thing happened. Did you have anybody you knew that served in that or anything? Or?
Not really. Did you?
Uh-uh.
Yeah. Oh, he was Boston and Milwaukee Braves. He likes 44 a lot. Yeah. He's always liked 44. He was a big Henry Aaron fan. He says Henry Aaron should still have the record today as far as home runs, and I think a lot of people agree with him. But I think eventually numbers are going to speak for themselves, and they're going to give it to Bond. They'll accept it that Bonds is the home run champion. But my dad won't.
The thing is, and I don't know, I'm kind of one of these people, since that era in the 90s with the steroids and stuff, the records don't really matter.
Mean a lot now,
anymore. Yeah. So, to me, I just kind of watch a season for itself. And,
yeah.
It's
going to be interesting.
I kind of like that when I'm evaluating a guy for the Hall of Fame to kind of do it initially without looking at numbers.
Yep.
Just to kind of like have in my mind.
Did he really wow? Did he wow you? Did he wow you enough to be a Hall of Fame?
Did he seem like he had a noteworthy enough career to?
Right.
But because I know that a guy like Dale Murphy is right on the edge there.
Yeah.
But to me, because he was a star of the game.
He should have probably
started following the game.
He should be a Hall of Famer.
For me, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yes.
But I understand why he's not in there.
And then Mike Messina, when I first mentioned his name, to me, I don't think Hall of Fame. That's just me. Yeah. I know a lot of people like, okay, if they're a Baltimore fan or if they're a New York Yankee fan, they're immediately like, well, yeah. But he didn't do a lot of wowing people. Yeah, he had good stuff and all, but he's in the Hall of Fame. Messina. And it's just I'm kind of with you. I like to kind of think, what did this guy do? You know, what was his wow moment? Okay, was he really that good? I don't know. To me, Schilling was a better pitcher. I still think to this day, Kurt Schilling should be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Uh, yeah, Tomei had over 600 home. Yeah, hell yeah. Tomei had over 600. He hit number 600 with the Phillies. He sure did. He sure
Tommy
did.
played a long time.
Tomei did play a long time. Yep. And that's what, I don't mind if you play a long time, but if you're able to keep hitting for a long time, that's all right. He was still hitting when he was with the Phillies. He wasn't, he was batting number 4. He was not batting like 7th or they didn't put him in the leadoff position just to let him hit. A-Rod hit nearly 700 home runs. Yeah. Yeah. Pujols, I guess, did he retire now?
Last I heard, there was a chance he might play with the Cardinals this year, but then it was kind of like had a question mark on the end of it, like, is that a possibility type of a thing? But
right, amazing that Aaron never hit 50 home runs in a season.
Yeah, but he was.
But how many years? But how many years did he hit 40? 15. I want to say 15 years of 40. 40 home runs. He hit over 10 years of them. Also, the other day, Giannis became the all-time leading scorer for the Bucks. What's up, Larry? Who's the all-time leading scorer for the Celtics?
I couldn't tell you.
Don't look it up, guys. Just throw a name out there. All-time leading scorer for the Celtics.
It wasn't Heinsohn, was it?
Tom Heinsohn, no. And the third is the immediate Dave Cowens, no. The immediate name that comes to mind, it's not Cousy either.
Yeah, I thought.
The immediate name, who's the immediate name that comes to mind?
See, that came to mind. But
John Havlicek. John Havlicek is the leading scorer.
Oh, he is. See, yes, I kind of moved him out because I thought it was kind of going to be one of the. He was too obvious.
I actually thought the two names I came up with is Bird, and then but he just didn't play long enough. Or what's the guy's name? It's just Paul Pierce. Is there a Maxwell for the Celtics back in the 60s? Cornbread Maxwell played in the 80s. Cedric Maxwell, he played in the 80s for him. I don't know.
Back when Casey Jones was there, they might have had a Maxwell.
They may have had what's up, Dwayne?
Hi, Dwayne. Congrats on winning the basketball pool. I think you got that now.
Oh, is it wrapped up?
I think so.
you picked Kansas.
You clinched it with Kansas's win over Villanova. I'm pretty
sure.
I was up at the Speedway. I didn't know who won that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you knew Cornbread. PJ says Cedric, and then Larry says I knew Cornbread. Yeah.
How's Atlantic City?
It was great. We did pretty well. Tommy hit number 600 for the Twins for the. Okay, he may have. He hit. How many did he hit in his career? 660. That's just a rough guess on my part. Does anybody have it available? How many home runs Jim Tomei hit in his career? I want to say 660. He hit a hell of a lot. Jim Tomei career home runs.
So if a guy's a 10 home
612,
run,
he only hit 612. 612.
If a guy's a 10 home run a year guy, what kind of was it a batting average you're looking for? An on base percentage?
Who, me?
Yeah. For consideration.
Man, oh man! I tell you, no strikeouts. You can't strike out if you got 10 home runs a year.
That's everybody today.
Yeah, But yeah, I don't have exact 612 is what he hit. Yeah, Tommy did.
You still got to have an OPS kind of like north of 850, I would think.
Yeah, it's a lot of good things you got to have. I think you got to be a decent base runner. I don't think you got to steal bases, but just don't run in some stupid plays. Yeah, don't set yourself up for failure. McGuire is number 11 all time, and he has just over half the plate appearances that Aaron has. How about that shit? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Well, hell, look at it. How many plate appearances did he have in 98? He hit 70 home runs. Didn't he have 508 or something plate appearances?
He kind of fell apart after 98, though.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's find out. Let's find that out. 1998, Mark McGuire plate appearances. Let's see. I want to see how many plate appearances he had that year. I don't have it available. Manny Ramirez will not get it. No, I'm not being that. No. Manny Ramirez, though, he hit enough home runs to get in there. He deserves it. Yeah, I mean, if you're on the borderline, you got to be a decent. He's not on the borderline. He's above. 1998 Mark McGuire stats. Let's see. Here we go. 1998. 509 plate appearances. He scored 130 runs, and 70 of them was because he hit home run. Oh my God. 147 RBIs. Damn. And the next year he hit 147 home runs. 147 RBIs. Yeah. That's sick. That is sick.
I'm trying to think of a real good ball player today that's not a power guy, but he's a on-base guy, a speed guy, real good defense. Because you don't have an Ozzie Smith or anything in there anymore. And he wasn't.
No, really and Kyle Schwarber doesn't have enough.
Well, he's a power guy, though.
Yeah. He's never hit 30, has he?
And he's not a runner. A guy that's going to run. He just doesn't play defense very good.
Yeah.
He's bad.
Let's see.
I'd go with Turner.
Justin or Trey?
Trey. Good fielder and got speed. He hits with he's not no 30, 40 home run guy. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're looking at.
Altuve?
162 walks. That year he got 70 home runs. He led the league. He led the league in walks. Think about that shit. Not only do you
01 too, didn't he?
Bonds led everything in 01 because
it was like he got one pitch a game to hit, and he hit it for a home run.
Right. Yeah. All he ever did was either hit a home run or walk that year. That was it for him. I think so, PJ. I think he walked 200 times, and he hit. What did he hit? 73.
73 that year. Yeah.
73. Yeah.
Do we have an Ichiro in the game today?
Barry Bonds season stats. Let's see. Let's just see what he's all about here. All right. So, 2001. How about this shit? 476 at bats. Somebody get a calculator out. Divide 73 into that. I mean, that's like 1 out of every 5 at bats.
6.5 or so. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy shit. All right.
How many walks?
129 runs is all he scored, and 73 were home runs. So he got 156 hits. So nearly half of his hits were home runs.
Yeah, exactly.
That is sick.
How many was doubles?
Take a guess. How many doubles do you think he got that year?
31.
I say 15.
32.
Oh,
32
that was
doubles.
How about triples?
3.
5. That ballpark, you can hit some out there.
Oh, that's one on
2.
5.
Yep.
Yeah.
And RBIs.
147.
137.
Oh,
Close.
137 walks. He did not. He walked 177 times. Now, in 2004,
so he had over
when he's
2,000.
2004, when he hit 45 home runs, he walked 232 times. Walked 232 times.
How many were intentional?
It does not.
Doesn't say.
Oh, it does say. How many you want to bet? How many you reckon out of 232 walks were intentional?
37.
I was going to say 40.
How about 120 of them?
Oh, man, that's
120
ridiculous.
120.
That's crazy.
Somebody watched him intentionally with the bases loaded.
Over half his walks.
Yeah, I forget. That happened a couple times, Keith. You're correct. Yeah, walked him with the bases
And how
loaded.
many times did he strike out that season?
Oh, not probably, maybe 51 or less.
41.
Huh?
41. This might be the sickest. This might be the
And I
sickest.
wonder how
stat
many
of all.
times he struck out, the ball was outside the strike zone.
How about this
one?
This has got to be the sickest. Sacrifice flies. A home run hitter knocks the hell out the ball, sacrifice flies in the whole season.
It's a
5.
lot less than you would expect.
Couldn't be many. They was going out of the park.
3.
5.
Three-
Yeah, I figured
Three
couldn't be
sac- I mean, you would think anybody could get 3 in their sleep.
I was going
But
to
if
say
I,
like 14 or something.
I would have guessed 25 probably. I would have guessed, every other game or so, or every few games, he's going to hit one out in the outfield or whatever and get
You got to remember, that team didn't have a very good lineup either, though. So there wasn't a lot of guys on third base, though.
I wonder how many bats he broke in his career.
I don't know. Hit by pitches. How many double plays did he ground into? We know he was a lazy ass base runner. I mean, he really didn't run.
I would stick with probably 15.
I give
Dwayne?
it 24.
5.
5
the whole damn season. Do you know what he batted that year? He got 73 home runs.
It was 3 something.
Do you remember, Keith?
It seemed like it was it 315?
Do you remember, Dwayne?
It was 3 something. I can't remember exactly.
362.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This won't the year he hit 73. This was the year he hit 45 in 2004.
Oh, well,
2000
you tricked us then. You didn't.
I didn't mean. He batted 328 that year. That year. Yeah. But that was the year he got 200. That was the year he hit 232 walks.
What was his on base percentage? Had to be almost 500, wasn't it?
609.
609. That's softball numbers, man.
Yeah.
The way the Bonds
all-
was hitting the ball back then, if he wanted to, he could have probably been hitting the ball right at the pitcher every
How about
time.
career? How about career on base percentage? Bonds.
450.
We're talking all the time. He was in Pittsburgh and everything.
I
What do you
say about
say?
450.
I'm going to go under that. I'll say like 384 or something.
444.
Wow.
I thought it was
444.
Was he a career 300 hitter?
That was going to be my next thing.
Well,
What do you think his batting average was for his career?
It had to be close to 300, either just above it or just below it.
What do you say, Keith?
I think it was probably just above it, like 304.
Dwayne will say
I say about 310.
298.
298. I knew it was around 300. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had a few years early where he hit like 230, I think.
His career strikeouts, and let's see, how many plate appearances?
CJ was close.
9,850 plate appearances. He struck out.
Oh, not to change the subject, did they ever hear what Jeremy Giambi died from?
I have not heard.
No, I haven't heard either, Keith.
1,500 strikeouts and 2,500 walks. 688 intentional in his career. Name somebody that's probably had more. I don't think you would.
Oh, I like him now better than I ever did, with just blackballing him into the Hall of Fame. I mean,
really,
your best pitcher, your best hitter, and your best home run hitter ain't in the Hall of Fame. It's a joke.
Right? Yeah,
it's a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care what they did outside baseball or whatever. It's a joke. They need to be in there, and however you want to stamp them so people know that they wasn't the best human beings in the world, whatever. But come on,
you talking about
Rose, Clemens, and Bonds?
Yeah, I was wondering if he was talking about Clemens.
Yeah. I mean,
although I think Schilling probably belongs in too.
How about Schilling?
Oh yeah,
I think
he
Schilling
just pissed off the media. There's another one. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You're right. Anyone get highlight maker hoops from play?
No, I haven't.
Michael did, but
did you too?
Not in here.
Michael.
Dwayne's getting it.
I thought you said Philip.
Or Philip, that's right.
Philip got it.
I was scrolling back to see if I hit. Yeah.
Did you and Keith get it?
No.
I ain't got. If you,
I might get it. When
I didn't get it.
The full play.
I spent all that money on red, white, and blue all those seasons and all. Rob.
Yeah.
I might when it's not the highlight game anymore. When they got the.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I like more individual stats.
Larry Harris,
Ty Cobb was fast drive football.
Ty Cobb was not the greatest person, and he is in. Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Ty Cobb was. Right. Yeah, he wasn't your premier.
Although I heard some of those Ty Cobb stories were made up, but I don't know.
They may have been, but look, what they say, where the smoker's fire. I'm sure that dude done some shit that would. Oh yeah.
Did you watch the movie with Tommy Lee Jones?
No.
That was a good movie. It was a biographical type. Yeah. Yeah, he could be a decent guy when he wanted to, but he didn't like being it. And the main reason he was probably a prick was he's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like, all right, this deal with Rose, where he's gambling and all this stuff. Charles Barkley admits to going out. He admits to going out losing on 100,000.
He says he can lose $1 million in a night. He wins $1 million sometimes, but he might lose $1 million too. Yeah.
Ruth was allegedly no stranger to the cat houses. Yeah,
exactly.
Was it Ridley or somebody like that from the Falcons that just got in trouble for gambling?
Oh, I don't know.
Suspended indefinitely, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Something crazy like that.
Ridley out of Alabama.
Yeah, it was only like 1,500, something like that, wasn't it?
He was the guy that they invested in when they let Julio Jones go. He was like the replacement.
Oh, so he's with the Falcons
a lot last year.
Was he with the Falcons?
Yeah.
Oh, so the Falcons probably are done for the year. And who have they got for quarterback them yet? Have they got anybody yet?
Not that
Baker Mayfield, Stephen Ridley. Okay. Is Baker Mayfield going to end up anywhere? You guys tell me.
Well, Ryan went to the Colts.
Oh, he should. I mean, he reminds me of Dilfer down in Baltimore. All he does is win, and they bitch about it.
See, I'm not that. You see, I don't see that, man. I see a guy that play. I see a guy that anytime you put pressure on him, he doesn't win. In playoffs, he just cannot perform.
Well, you got to remember that it's Cleveland,
but
they just started building the team.
I think he's more. I definitely don't think. I put Dilfer up here compared to him. I put him up there with that. What's the kid from Texas A&M? What the hell was his name? A little prick that his mom and dad had all the oil wells and shit. What was his name? They had all that money. Johnny Manziel.
Yeah,
oil wells and stuff.
Yeah. He was a rich little son of a bitch.
He was. Yeah.
That's what I see with That's what I see with Mayfield. I see
a Manziel. He gets with the right team. I think he can win.
Who is that? Mayfield.
Yeah, I'll tell you the truth. I'd take him down here in Baltimore.
I don't think so. I think he was lucky.
I don't know if he's not about the same as Wentz, though. I mean, I'm still disappointed in that. Now, sounds like he was kind of a bad locker room guy.
Carson Wentz?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name has been ripping on him for the last week and a half. The owner, Irsay.
Or somebody. Yeah.
Irsay. Yeah, he hit the wrong button somewhere up there. I don't know what he done, but I don't know.
Baker Mayfield up there with Frank.
But Baker Mayfield, to me, just something about him. I just don't see him ever winning shit. I really don't. I just don't see it.
I think he's got it.
I'll be surprised.
I'll tell you another person who reminds me of Doug Flutie. They always tried to replace him. Buffalo screwed up that year and benched him.
Hell, I mean, all right, let's be for real about it. How about Tim Tebow? Tim Tebow
never got a shot.
Tim Tebow was 6-2 as a starter.
Exactly, never got a shot in the NFL.
The fact is, I'm like this.
I wouldn't take Tebow.
I would have took Tebow over a lot of the quarterbacks in Washington.
I'd have gave him a low contract, highly incentive, and
right.
said go out and win. And he'd have took it. All he wanted was a shot.
Yeah, that's all he wanted.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't see anything in Tebow.
I'm not saying he'd have made it, but he deserved the shot.
Yeah. How you guys like this idea of what's his name maybe getting a chance to return now? The guy that was with the 49ers. What the hell's his damn name?
Kaepernick?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
He's trying.
Kaepernick is talking to a couple of GMs and shit. Wants to go to Seattle. I don't know where he's going to end up at, but as he's 35 years old now. You got to remember that shit. He's not a young kid.
How long has he been out of football?
5 years.
Yeah, sure.
5 years.
Long time to turn it back on.
Yeah, it's really tough. And it's not like when he left, he was a top quarterback then. I mean, he was top runner, but as far as throwing the football, he ain't never been that damn great.
He had those 2 years out there in San Francisco, and then they changed offensive coordinator, and he went downhill after that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think there's a lot.
There was a time when I'd have gave him a shot. I wouldn't give it to him now, like you say. 35 years, 5 years out. Nah.
You working this week, Dwayne?
Yeah, Monday I work, yeah.
How about Tuesday?
Yeah, working Tuesday.
All right, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock on this channel. We're doing the MLB predictions.
Oh, okay.
Where we think, can you be on here, Dan?
I'm going to go see my granddaughter at gymnastics. So when I get home, I'll get on. Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
Yep.
We're going to do who we think is going to be the MVPs and who we think is going to be the Cy Young Award winners, and for first through whatever in each division. What? Yep. And each why, roughly numbers as to who you think may win 100 games, 90 games, 80 games, 70 games, 60 games. And do we have anybody that's going to win 50 and 40, a.k.a. the Pirates and or maybe the Orioles? But the Orioles don't get any breaks this year because I tell you what, the National League East, look at the lineups in the National League East this year. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
They don't have to have pitching. Boston and the Yankees don't have to have pitching. They're going to score 10 a friggin' game. My God. Yeah.
And they all got bullpens. They might not have
they
starting
all,
pitching,
right,
but they don't.
right.
They all have bullpens. Their starters give them 5, and they're happy as hell.
4 even. Yeah, they'll be happy with 4 innings, and they'll be like, okay,
I don't like that type of baseball, but it works.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot
I
of
don't
teams,
call them pitchers anymore. They're just throwers. You go out there and throw as hard as you can, and then we'll bring somebody else in and throw as hard as he can.
Minnesota.
What happened?
I think Archer signed with Minnesota.
Chris Archer, did he?
Yeah, I think so.
DeGrom's hurt. Scherzer's hurt.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Scherzer's
tweaked
hamstring.
I don't think it's any major thing.
There's going to be a lot of injuries with that short spring training.
Yep, and then it ain't helping none. It's cold as shit up north.
Right.
Hell, when I contacted you the other day and said we had in Atlantic, it snowed like hell on us.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hell, yeah.
There's like blizzard conditions for a little bit.
Yeah.
Wind was blowing 40 mile an hour. Yeah.
And the snow.
Probably see a lot of bullpen games early on.
You will. You will see. You will see a whole lot, and then.
You say early on, I say all year.
It could happen.
No, but I mean a higher concentration of it.
But the first month they hadn't worked out. Number 2, like I say, in the country right now, I still say it's a little cooler than it normally is April 1st. I mean, normally down here in southern part of Virginia, it averages 70, 72, 74 degrees this time of year. It was 63, 64 today.
Yeah,
we're supposed to see some days this week's 50s for highs. Shit like that is not going to help a starting pitcher out starting off in Baltimore, Boston, Detroit. It's just not, New York. It's not going to help these pitchers.
I think the Nats are home too, aren't they?
It may be. I know the Phillies are at home to start the season. They're going to start off interleague play. They starting off with
because of being down in DC. Normally start the year off around here.
They're going to start off.
That might be a topic that might be kind of hard to talk about on YouTube these days. The new NFL rule with the offensive assistant coach.
What's that?
Oh,
a minority or
everybody has to have an offensive assistant coach. It's a minority.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I would say most teams probably do. Assistant wise, are they saying defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator, or just assistant?
Coaching,
offensive assistant coordinator,
offensive assistant of some kind.
Yeah.
But I'd say most teams already do.
Yeah.
That's probably why they did it. It wasn't that big of a change. It's just something that makes the news and everybody likes to hear.
Yeah, something to bitch about didn't get happening and all.
Lawsuit protection.
Yep. 7 o'clock. We're going to be on here Tuesday night. All right. I'm gonna go out here and do my one spiel before I leave. Okay. And I may offend a few people, may not. Well, I'm gonna still do it. Last week at the Oscars, Will Smith knocked the shit out of Chris Rock. Chris Rock was talking about his wife, and his wife had a hair disease. She had a disease in her hair where she had to get her hair cut. Okay? And then he comes up and says something like that. All I can tell him is this. I wish he would have knocked some of his fucking teeth out of his mouth when he hit him because, all I can say is I don't think it bothered Will Smith so much, but you could see it bothered his wife. If my wife was sitting there next to me and she'd have looked at me like, oh, God, I can't believe he called me out on national TV, I'd have knocked his fucking teeth out nose first, and I'd have knocked him through the back of his damn skull. I hear all these.
Would have went full hockey player.
I think Will Smith probably got punched afterwards because I think he was laughing until he looked over and seen that look on her face.
Well,
and he's like, "Oh shit, I better."
I better go. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
him and his wife
thought it was funny.
Him and his wife are not. Look. Right, him and his wife ain't that close. But all I can say is this: I'm close enough with my wife that if somebody would have said that shit about my wife, I'd have got up there. First off, I'd have kicked him in the nuts.
Security would have tackled you on the way up there.
I would have kicked him in. I would have kicked him in the nuts and then punched him in the damn face while he's bent over. Damn right.
That either.
You damn straight. I'd have pulled every. I'd have pulled.
First, I swore it was part of the act because again, I don't
it
care
could
if
have
Will
been,
Smith
but
or anybody. Why are they letting
yeah,
him up on stage if he ain't supposed to be up there? That's crazy.
I'd have knocked the piss out of him. I would have. I'd have knocked his damn teeth out. Did Keith slap Dwayne for his joke?
I don't know. I
don't know. Hey, Jabronis, Keith, John. I don't know. Which joke did John? Which joke did Keith say? Alopecia. Yeah, alopecia. That's the name of it.
Oh, the disease.
But yeah, her hair falls out and shit.
Uh-huh.
And see, I didn't realize nothing. I didn't watch none of it live. We're gone. We're going to Atlantic City.
I think she's had her hair short like that a lot. So,
but
she's done interviews and stuff about her problem.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
And then I know a lot of women and men get their head shaved when they go into court, so they can't get hair samples from them when they want to check out and see if they've had any drugs. You know that deal,
is that right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I watch some of these court programs that's on YouTube. I love watching that shit.
Yeah, because
she's had this disease for quite a while.
If you top off the roots, won't have any drugs in it if you haven't done it in a while.
Oh, I was referring to Will slap. Did Keith slap Dwayne for his? Oh, okay. Alopecia. Nice Irish fella, says P-Jet. Alopecia. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. P-Jet says that's a nice Irish fella. Oh, shit. Yeah.
He's cousins with Al Pacino.
Al Pacino, yeah. Al Pacino and Al
Godfather. The Irish family.
Yep. Don't forget, guys, Tuesday night we will be on here. I don't know how many of us are. Anthony, Bleacher Bums Gaming, Anthony Crooks, scheduled to be on here. Harris.
Rob, I haven't talked to you in so long. I interrupted you again, but
go for it. Tell us.
Well, back in last year, at the end, when it came around time for Halloween, there's this girl in the office. She likes to put, the one that decorated my seat and stuff for my birthday.
Yeah.
Well, she puts jars of candy out with like Milky Way, Snicker bars, and little ones in there all the time. And her boss, he's a real good guy, but he's been trying to lose weight, eat salads for lunch and stuff. And he's like, can you quit putting these Milky Ways out there? I'm addicted to those things. I can't keep out of those, So anyway, he wasn't in the office during his lunch break on Halloween. And whatever day closest to it, we were there at work, Halloween day or right around there. I put a Halloween bucket on his desk, and I put a bag of Twix in there and a bag of Milky Way on top.
So you did this shit, and she didn't do it.
I said, Leanne, look, he won't know who put that there. Oh, that's going to be great, she says. So this is just part one of the story, by the way. So he goes in there and sees it, and he's like, oh, that's wrong, and he comes out, he goes right up to her, and he says, you bitch. It throws me under the bus right away because she knew I was the one that did it, and I was able to kind of play it straight.
You would have been better off not to tell her at all. Who did it.
Exactly.
Well, but anyway, it took a while for him to figure out that it was actually me. But so then, Valentine's.
You actually saw him go over and say, "You bitch."
I didn't, but she.
Oh, you would have loved that. Would have been gold.
That
would have been gold if you had actually seen it.
So anyway, Valentine's Day comes up, and there's an email from the secretary there, the new one, and somebody else. They're doing these candy grams, is what they call them, where you can get like a card, and then they were handing out like those blow pops or whatever, the
bomb pops,
dum dums or whatever they're called. Yeah.
Right.
And in a little candygram card to your fellow coworkers. So, or a carnation, either or.
All
So I
right.
went up to the secretary and I gave her 2 bags of Milky Ways, and I filled out a card from Leanne with a smiley face on it. So anyway, he was out of the office most of that week, and he came back, and I guess he just took the bags and he put them in his desk, and didn't say anything about it. Well, she happened that day to go in there. She goes in there with a little jar of candy in it with, like the ones that she has on her desk, to offer him one. Just walks in there blind, not going. He goes, "You crazy bitch, you think I finished those 2 bags already?" And she's like, "What are you talking about?" All of a sudden I hear my name.
Keith into it again. Oh my God. That's some funny shit. That's some funny stuff there. That's pretty cool. That is pretty damn funny. Yeah.
Think I finished those already.
Oh shit. Oh man. That's pretty damn good. It really is.
Well, I haven't looked at gas prices here in a few days. Last time I filled up, it was like $4.29.
Did I ever tell you guys what happened when I was about 6 years old and we was going Christmas shopping, and we were at a Kmart store, and me and my brother like going to the damn, what do you call them? The things that had the clothes on them, the mannequins. We like going to the mannequins and making the hat sideways and putting this thing up, maybe tying it up, look like he was getting hung or whatever.
Yeah.
And we was messing with all the mannequins in the store. Anyway, I walk around to the back of the store, and it's just being as still as can be. Pat him on the back and say, "Hey, you big dummy." Man turned around and said, "Hey, what?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck." See, I patted him on the back and said, "Hey, you big dummy." And it was a man. It was a real man. What? I ran. I moved toys out the way. And I actually slid my ass on one of the bottom rows of one of the toys section right there. My mama comes walking through, and I'm laying down inside one of those shelves right there because I'm hiding from this big son of a bitch. And she said, "What did you do?" And I said, "I messed up, Mom." And she said, "What did you do?" I said, "I went back in and I tapped this big guy on his shoulder, and I didn't realize it was a guy. And I said, 'You big dummy.' And he turned around and said, 'What?' And I said he had to be 6 foot tall. To me, he looked 8 foot tall because I'm about 8 years old at the time doing this shit. Yeah, we like I say that we were putting the neckties on backwards on the guys, and we were doing all sorts of shit, and then we made him look like he was getting hung. And some of the women we would actually put the dresses around or whatever so you could see their boobs and shit like whatever. We were just fucking with shit. And then I go back here and do this, pat him on the back, and he's just standing there just still as he could be. I don't know what he was looking at. He looked at me, "What?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" And I just haul ass. I just go running, little bitty. I scared the living shit out of me. My mom,
dude, that's nowadays with all the cameras.
My mom, yeah, I know it. My mom, she gave me hell about that for years and years.
Do they still
How
have
old was
their
your
blue
brother?
light specials?
My brother would have been about 5, I guess, 4
Yeah.
or 5. 54.09 is the lowest we have found here.
409.
Oh, 409. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a. Oh, wow.
It's
We
around
got like
369 here. He got rid of
Yeah.
the unpaid gas tax here.
ours just went down some too. We rode down 15 the other day, and we got down at Thurmont, It was like $3.49 or $3.59.
Yeah, like I say, he got rid of the state sales tax on gas.
In Maryland.
That helped out. It's one of the few things.
Did they just recently do that since all this bullshit started, or has it been for a while?
Yeah, they rushed that through. It's one of the few things, like I say, they've gotten right around here lately.
Yeah, I wish we would do it now too. We need to.
And I mean, especially where I live at, you got the Pennsylvania line. They're paying like $4.50.
$4.75
down.
Yeah, they're just coming right across the line there and getting gas.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, upper part of PA can't do that, but like I say, where I live at, Waynesburg, Greencastle, and all that area on 81, they're coming down. Of course, there for a while they had the highest sales tax, but California beat them to it. But so
anything below Chambersburg, it can pretty much come down there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's only about 30 minutes.
You would think that the businesses, the truckers, they'd want to send them down there to get the cheaper fuel too. If they're gonna.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Be going a ways.
Did the convoy go through your area going down 81? I was glad they left Hagerstown. I got to go watch a race tonight because they're going.
Really?
Oh yeah, they camped out for 3 weeks up there at Hagerstown Speedway.
Well, he said they got beat up in Canada. They used the sticks on them and shit.
Yeah, that's what started this one down here. They went from California they said DC, but they never went into DC. They stopped here at Hagerstown and just kept making loops around the Beltway.
Really?
They never physically went into DC. When they found out there's laws down there that more or less they would have charged them with terrorism, and they would have locked them up and threw away the key and impounded their vehicles. They wasn't going into DC.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, because if you block traffic and all that stuff, like I say, they call that a terrorist act down there.
Yeah. All right, guys. I hope you are watching this. If you're catching this on a delayed basis, not a big problem. Me, Keith, Dwayne. I hope Harris and Tim can join us. I hadn't seen Tim in a while. I know what Tim's doing tonight. He's watching the WrestleMania. He's big into WrestleMania.
John, I love Hershey Park. It's a lot of blacktop. It's hot up there in the summertime, but I like Hershey Park. And it's only an hour and a half.
Like Al wants to join us, or
a Big Al? He can join us, and Anthony. We're going to invite a few, and we're going to come up with who we think is going to be MVP, Cy Young Award winners, and can anybody pick all 6 division winners? I didn't last year. I think it'd be very, very difficult to do it this year because so much has changed, but could be interesting. 162 games, starts Wednesday. We will be here Tuesday night, and I hope you will join us. For Keith, for Dwayne, my name is Rob. I hadn't been here in a few weeks, and I'll start doing some more stuff online. Keith is starting his own channel up. Dwayne has got his channel.
Dwayne's got his going, and I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, good. Dwayne, when's the next race?
I'm going to try to get Division 1 in tomorrow. I did Division 2 today.
So that'll be the second race of the season.
Dwayne, did you see where P-Jet was talking about his blues guitarist?
Oh, yeah. P-Jet's got a blues guitarist.
Red, white, and blue league.
Red, white, and blue. 54.
No, I didn't. I wasn't on here then.
Yeah, he's
at 54 drivers and all. Mm-hmm. So he did it on blues guitarist, and he put his own ratings and everything on all of them. So
cool.
Yeah, different 2, 3, 4, 5 pedals. So he just did all sorts of stuff. Some of them only have 1 trait. Some have as many as 5 or 6 traits. So
cool.
Yeah.
Is he posting it anywhere?
You think Matt could be available for Tuesday? Do you know?
I hope Matt is available for Tuesday. Matt Sharver, Michael Peterson,
Michael Peterson, Michael Peterson.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to get some.
Okay, thanks, P-Jet.
We will try to get some people on here and have a nice big chat. You all have a great rest of your Saturday night. If you're like me, you're not gonna watch wrestling, but I might. Who knows what I might do. And if you haven't checked out the channel before tonight, if you're subscribing to it, go back and look. I've only got about 1,800 videos prior to this.
When are you guys going to do the Ryder Cup?
We got to do it soon. He is still suffering from symptoms of the
COVID.
Still.
Is he? How about his wife?
His wife not as bad. I'm talking about Alan Shaw.
Yeah.
He's got it, man.
Yeah, 15. This has been about 15, 18, 20 days, and he's still.
Exactly. Last time I talked to you.
Really?
Yes. So they're still being sick. They're still down sick with it. We're hoping to get it as soon as possible. I'd love to, man.
Yeah, me and you both. I enjoy watching that.
Yeah, I hope everybody will watch it. You all have a great night. For Dwayne, for Keith, my name's Rob. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend. God bless and be good. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.